Okay, I'm back with section 3 for week 10. Okay, this says 3/4 plus 1/5. So I'll go ahead and I'm just going to do this up here because I need some space. So 3/4 plus 1/5. So as you see, I don't have common denominator. So I need to find a common denominator for 4 and 5. And I already know my multiplication fact, so I know it's going to be 20. But if I didn't know, I could just list my factors for 4 and 5. So there'll be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Then I could come over here. There'll be 5, 10, 15, 20. So I see my first thing that I have in common between 4 and 5. My multiples would be, the first multiple that I have in common of 4 and 5 is 20. So that's going to be my common denominator. So it's going to be something over 20 plus something over 20 equals something over 20. So if I think about this, to find my numerators for the first fraction, I need to ask myself, what do I multiply by 4 that's going to give me 20? Well, I know it's going to be 5. 4 times 5 gives me 20. So I have to do times 5 up here as well. So that's going to make my numerator 15. Then over here, I ask myself, what do I multiply by 5 to get 20? And I know that's going to be times 4. So I have to do times 4 up here as well. 1 times 4 is 4. So my numerator over here is 4. Now I have the same denominator. So now I can add 15 plus 4 is going to give me 19. And my new denominator is 20. So 19 20th. That's as simple as I can get it. So I can't simplify that anymore. So my answer will be 19 20ths. Okay, number 2 says solve. So I'm solving this problem. 3/4 times 12. So this one is multiplication. So I do not have to have the same denominator when I'm multiplying. Okay. Trying to erase. Okay. So I have 3/4. I'm doing number 2. 3/4 times 12. And I could just put that as 12 over 1. So I can have it as a fraction. So 3 times 12 is 36. And then 4 times 1 is 4. So it's 36 over 4, but I know that that's an improper fraction. So I can turn this into a mixed number by dividing 36 by 4. And I know 36 divided by 4 is 9. So my answer for this one is 9. Okay, my next one is also a multiplication problem for a fraction. So I'm going to multiply that'll be 6 times 24. So I'm going to just put 24 over 1 to make that a fraction. So 24 times 4, I can come up here and do that. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry my 1. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So it's going to be 96 over 6. And once again, I have an improper fraction, so I can divide 96 by 6. Oh, Lord, let me rewrite that. Just erase all this. So 96 divided by 6. 6 goes into 9 one time. Multiply, I get 6. Subtract that, I get 3. Break down my 6. 6 goes into 6. 6 goes into 36. 6 times, multiply that, I get 36. Subtract, I get 0. So it's 16. So my answer is 16. All right. And then number 3 is a word problem. Just a second. Okay, so it says there are 12 kids at a party and only 8 cupcakes. What fraction of the cupcakes will each kid get. So that's 12 kids and 8 cupcakes. What fraction will each kid get? What fraction of the cupcakes? So 12 kids divided by 8 cupcakes. See if I can just divide this. 8 goes into 12 one time without going over. 8 times 1 is 8. Subtract that, I get 4. Don't have anything else to bring down. 8 can't go into 4. I can add a decimal and a 0 here. And then I can bring that 0 down. 8 will go into 45 times. But I have a decimal right here now. And then that's going to give me, if I multiply 8 times 5, that gives me 40. So that's going to give me 0. So it should be 1.5 cupcakes. Each kid will get 1.5 cupcakes. So that's 1.5 or 1/2. But let me see another way to do that. So it might be different for you to understand. So think about if I had 8 cupcakes and I had 3 friends. 12 kids. So that can't be 1.5. Because if I have 12 kids and I only have 8 cupcakes, each one of them can't get 1. So that's not right. 8 goes into 12 one time. So okay, let me erase this because my answer doesn't make sense. I think I'm going to have to draw this out. Oh, I see why. Because I did 12 divided by 8. I can't do 12 divided by 8. I have to do 8 divided by 12. Because I have 8 cupcakes and I'm dividing it by 12 friends. So 8 divided by 12. So let me see if I can do that. Well, 12 won't go into 8 at all. So that's going to be a 0 period. And then if I multiply that, I get 0. Subtract, I get 8. So I can add a decimal so I can keep it going. And I bring down that 0. So I'm going to have a decimal right here. So 12 can go into 80 how many times? So I know 12 times 6 is 60. 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times 7 is 72. And 12 times 8 is 96. So it has to be 7. 7 times 12 is 72. Subtract that, I get 8. 12 can't go into 8. Okay, let's not 8 there. Well, okay. Let me draw this out. So I have 8 cupcakes and 12 friends. So each friend can't get a whole cupcake. So what I'm going to do is split those cupcakes in half. So for 1 cupcake, I'm going to split it in half. So I got 8 cupcakes. I'm drawing it out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm splitting this in half. So I have 2 halves right here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So each friend can get a half. So 1/2 each kid. So this is 1/2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so look, let me just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these cupcakes are gone. So these are gone. So now I have 2 cupcakes left, but it's a half. So I can't give them a half. So I'm going to have to break this apart into, see what happens if I break it into fourths. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so I have exactly 8. So they can't get a fourth either. So I'm going to have to break it apart. Hold on, this is tricky, y'all. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 is gone. These 4 cupcakes are gone. So they can all get at least a half so far. So a half plus they have 2 more cupcakes. And I can't split it into halves because that won't be enough to give each one of them one. So I would have to split it into 6. Okay. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then split this one into 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I split it into 6, then I'll have enough to give each of the 12 students one because I have 6 plus 6 is 12. So they can each get a 6 of the cupcake. So they're going to get a half plus another plus a 6. So now I have to find out how much that is by adding that together. So I need to find a common denominator for 2 and 6. And I know that's going to be 12 because if I count by 2, no, 2, let me just list my, no, it's not going to be 12, it'll be 6. Because if I list my multiples of 2 and my multiples of 6, first thing I'm going to get in common is 6. But I'll just show you 2, 4, 6, and I already found it. So 6 is going to be my common denominator. So I'm going to have something over 6 plus something over 6 equals something over 6. So to get 6 over here, I need to times 3 gives me 3 6 plus 1 6, which is 4 6. And I can simplify that to 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So they can get 2/3 of a cupcake. That was a lot of work. So each kid could get 2/3 of a cupcake. Well, we can further explain that in class because I know that was a lot of work and you may be confused, but it will be they can't get a whole cupcake. They almost got a whole cupcake. If they had got one more little small piece, that would have been a whole because 3 out of 3 would be a whole. But they did not even get a whole cupcake because they only had 8 and they had to divide it amongst 3 friends. I'm trying to think if there was an easier way to do it. But guess what? This video is already long, so Never mind. That is it for section 3.